get your cocaine, get your
I'm
meth,
going
get
live.
your whatever you want.
I
I
pressed the
don't
button.
care. I'm gonna shit talk
Hot
Cornwall all day.
dogs.
I'm
Hot
fine with that.
dogs.
I'm fine shit talking
Popcorn.
Cornwall.
This moment of racism is brought to you by.
That's not racism. It's the truth.
Baseball. What you guys
I
talking
didn't-
about?
I didn't say the guy coming across the boat from the States was of any particular race. He's just, bringing illegal immigrants and drugs. And, what?
She yelling at the dogs?
I don't know.
Are you yelling at the dogs? Can you hear me? No, she couldn't hear me.
Somebody's eating her shoes. Hopefully, it's the dogs. be kind of
Anybody
weird
want
if
a
it is.
dog?
Were they eating your shoes?
Yeah,
Oh,
my brand new
me
shoes.
okay.
One of the ladies at work had her dog, her puppy, who is adorable, absolutely adorable, or it would be dead. Pull the insoles, her custom orthotics, out of her shoes. Didn't eat the shoes, but ate the $600 orthotics.
Nice.
You
And
get a
left
new
the
dog for
$100
$600.
sneakers. Right? That's what I thought. You just farm dogs are free. You just need to get it some shots. And then if you have to put
We're
it
gonna
down
roll?
because it eats your shoes, you don't feel bad about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think I can get us started now, right?
yeah. I'm
Absolutely.
in my teeth still. I might pick that up.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
You need a dagger. You need a dagger. to
Pedro's
do
got
that.
his wine. Kelly's got her chicken. Dave's got
My hair. which
your
is
hair. Good hair.
Not working. It's not working today. See, Mo, this is why I look at you and I'm like, that is the perfect. You have evolved to the
Thank you.
perfect epitome of mankind. Beards
My
are easy
hat's
to
not
trim.
straight.
Hair is a pain. My
There
hat's
you go.
not. My hair's not straight. Look at this. What is this? I'm like
All
freaking
right.
cell phone on the side.
We
of my
are
head.
live, by the way.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
okay.
we're
Yeah.
live.
It's
I
okay.
don't care.
He feels no shame. We're all good.
I know.
I have no shame. No, pretty much none.
Correct.
All right. Welcome to Slamfire Radio, episode 511, recording live on Wednesday, June 14th. I'm one of your hosts, Mo.
Oh, I'm Kelly.
Oh, I'm Adriel.
Oh, I'm Dave.
Oh, I think that's everybody. Well, for now.
Oh,
Kyle
there's no
will join us
Kyle.
in a bit.
Kyle's going to join us, yeah.
No Kyle for now.
We will get started with what we did in guns. I think Kelly has the most interesting stuff, so we'll start off with her. Tell us about your weekend.
Well, this past weekend was spent in Ottawa for the CCFR AGM. So went up on Friday night, and yeah, it was a pretty fun time. There was a lot of people there. So Friday night we hung out at the Legion, and then all day Saturday we had some guest speakers. So Ian Runkle was there, and it was good to finally meet him in person. We were talking about it, and we had I think we've been probably together on podcasts, maybe half a dozen at least, and then maybe a dozen times. But I've never met him in person, so it was good to see him. We had a gala on Saturday night for the CCFR, and then we had the AGM on this Sunday. And
Was
so
it a ball? Black tie affair?
Correct. I had to wear a dress. I had to purchase a dress for this event because I
Wow.
do
Did you have
not
like
wear dresses.
crystal shoes, like see-through crystal shoes, like Cinderella?
No, I'm not Cinderella. Yeah, no. Yeah, my feet are so big that if my shoes fell off, everybody know whose shoe it was. They wouldn't have to go around and try it on different people.
Wow.
So, so we had our gala. The food was fantastic. The speakers were excellent. We had a comedian. It was good. Hung out with some really good people. The CCFR Rod was there, as well as Tracy. A lot of hard work was put together. It was a lot of work to put on the AGM, and first time in 3 or 4 years since prior to the COVID that we had an in-person AGM. So did a presentation for the women's program. I did an official transition to Anna McIntosh as well on Sunday. So she's the new VP for the women's program. What else? Kelly Kincaid was reelected. Her position was up. So it's Kelly and Kelly as part of the Ontario group. So Kelly Squared are taking over Ontario. My position is up next year. So yeah. What else did I do? The week prior, I was in Ottawa as well. So I went to National Range Day at the EOSC. It was lots of fun. There was bouncy castles. We had barbecue. I was on the rifle station, so I was running the Maple Ridge Armories Renegade, and so we had a lot of people that took lots of pictures.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. And yes, we went to Tracy's place, hung out there, stayed overnight there, left on Sunday, went back Sunday evening because on Monday morning, Tracy and I went to the Hunters and Anglers caucus for the Conservative Party. And we had a meeting about hunting and angling here in Canada, not Ontario, and how we can work with other groups and try and actually save our sports as and also hunting, obviously, and angling. And then went to question period, which was okay. And then we actually went out and hung out with on the official opposition's house. There was a garden party, lots of wild game. So one of the best things that we were eating was let's see. We had actually a lot of stuff. We had bear sliders. We had bighorn sheep, carpaccio, I think it was, but it was good. There was some scallops. There was crab. There's all kinds of different things. So it was really good. It was a wild game. Yesterday we did She Shoots. So we had Ian. Speaking of Ian Runkle, Ian was on talking about C21 to our listening audience for She Shoots. It was lots of fun. And I was supposed to go shooting with Kelly Kincaid today, but it was pouring out, so we didn't end up going shooting. So no ski tonight, and I'm doing the podcast, and I think that's about everything. Not sure. Anyways, well, what about you?
I went to a NIPSC match on Saturday in Stittsville. That's in Ontario, not near Toronto, Adriel. And it was seven stages. Really fun. Jason, the match director, does a really good job putting it together. It was one classifier, a weekend stage, and then the rest were like regular stages. I didn't do that well, but I think one stage I finished 4th in production, so I was happy with that.
Nice.
And then on Sunday, it was a road trip to Fairfax, Vermont. It was a couple hours away, and it was a precision rimfire match. We left, myself, this guy Martig, and Will left at 5 a.m. And we crossed the border. No issues, but they did check the guns again, so everything came out of the cases, and they checked the serial numbers, the full works, and they kept us around a couple more minutes after that. And then we got to the site. It's just private land, and this is my second time there, and it's very cool because all the shooting positions are like in the woods, so it's shaded, so it's a really nice. It's like enjoyable because even when the sun's beating down, you're like not exposed to it. And
how often do you get to shoot in the woods? That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And some of the majority of the actual targets are out in fields and stuff, in the field, but all the shooting area, like there's a couple of elevated sections, and then and they had a stage that I really liked, and I guess it's based on the Hunter series that we have. Rick's been running some matches here in Canada, and then it's from the US too. So the stages, basically, they don't give you the distances. There were 3 targets. It was in an elevated position where you couldn't, only the shooter and the spotter went up there at any given at a time, and so you given the go command, and then you'd go and range the 3 targets, and obviously try to hit them. So it's the first time I did that. It was pretty cool. So yeah, I've range finding binoculars and got my distances. I hit a couple of them.
That's good.
Yeah.
How far out were they, and what size were the targets?
Between, was it 1 and 165? So it wasn't, and they were fairly generous. It wasn't tough in terms of that. It was more, I think they gave us, what was it, 2.5 minutes? And one of the guys was saying normally it's like a 4 minute kind of stage, right? You get more time. So it's a bunch of people timed out. I did. I obviously did too. But
So you're shooting rimfire.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. It's not centerfire, but so I think when next year I'm gonna try one of those hunter matches and stuff when I've got more experience and stuff. I think it would be fun to do. That's really it. I had this coming weekend. I have nothing. So it's gonna be my first weekend off in a little while, so that should be good. And that's it. How about you, Dave? Oh, I got you.
Once I'm done chewing.
Sorry, I didn't see you were eating.
Well, I shouldn't be eating on the show, but I'm hungry, so there you go.
All right.
Kelly was smart and ate her wings before the show. I RSO'd for a club that I normally don't at Borden this weekend, so that was nice to meet a new bunch of people, see some cool guns, and hang out with some cool folks. And then I was up at East Gray for Range Day back on June 3rd, and that was a great time. We had probably 100 people through, and I was helping run the pistol range. And a lot of the shooters had never. A couple people said they'd never even seen a gun in real life before, but they heard about this thing and they just decided to drop by and try it out. And everybody had a blast. We had skeet set up. We had a rifle range, and then we had the handgun range where I was all day. So we had three ROs helping out there, walking people through stuff, and it was a lot of fun. It was all 22s and 9mm, and then I brought my Tavor out. Somebody brought a WK-180 and a few bigger guns. So we did the pistols, and then occasionally people got to shoot a Tavor and a WK-180, which
Nice.
was an absolute blast.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I brought out the Shadow, the Glock, and then I had a GSG 22 semi-auto, and I had my Wrangler because I'm like, yeah, bring the Wrangler, absolutely. And one of the guys is making fun of me. He's like, that's stupid. Nobody's going to want to shoot that thing. Pretty much every woman who came out to shoot wanted to shoot the Wrangler because they thought it was cool, shooting an old West gun. So you got some cool photos and had some people that were really happy. Got everybody on paper. We were shooting fairly close range.
That's awesome.
One lady, I could not get her on paper, and I have no idea what was going on. Her friends all right on paper. She could not hit it. So I gave her another magazine and said, you know what, let's shoot at the steel target. And the steel she could hit. So I figured out watching the steel, she was consistently shooting low. So she was just hitting underneath the target was the problem.
Oh, okay.
So she put 10 shots into the steel and was just pleased as punch. Quite
There
happy.
you go.
Nice.
So make sure everybody had a good time. And I really need to clean my guns from that day because my little GSG probably had, I don't know, 200-300 rounds put through it. So it
Yep.
not functioning well by the end of the day.
Nope. Same thing at my national range day. The GSG got shot a bunch, and it after 200 or 300 rounds, it starts to jam.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always forget how crappy rimfires are. And they had some they weren't using high velocity ammo either. It was some pretty low velocity stuff. So I'm watching the slide on the gun kind of slowly work its way back when somebody pulls the trigger. I'm like, just give that a bang on the back. Oh, okay. Is that normal? Yep. Don't buy rimfires. Rimfire pistols are a bad idea. But it was fun. It just needs a real good soak in, I don't know, battery acid or something to clean it because it is gross. So much crap in there. What else did I do? I bought 2 Adriel, posted those Spectre Ballistics light practical carbine receiver sets, which seem to be sold out now. So I bought 2 of those to build me a bolt action AR style rifle. And I figured I'd buy 2 because they were so cheap. I'm like, what the hell? Why not? I don't even care about the other lower. I'm going to build an upper for deer hunting. I'm thinking like maybe a 300 blackout or something.
Oh,
Get something
cool.
Yeah, right. Get something a little bit heavier, and then just swap the uppers because same mags, same lower. So I'll just swap that. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
And then what else did I do? I set up to take a couple coworkers shooting because since I joined East Gray, it's half an hour, 40 minutes north of work. So I just take my guns in, leave them in the car, and after my non-restricted stuff, and after work, we can go shooting for a couple hours in the evening.
Nice.
So that'll be lovely. Yeah. How about you, Kelly?
I just did what I did in guns. Remember?
How about you, Adriel?
I'm busy cleaning my my GSG because you reminded me.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah, it wasn't running the best. And if I take my kid out shooting, he probably is going to be like so super frustrated because like fixing pistol jams isn't exactly a ton of fun. But I'll stop doing that for a minute and
Good
talk
practice.
about what I got up to. I got up to Battle of Alberta. Went to the match. I went up there Thursday night because we're starting set up Friday morning, and I didn't want to wake up early. I wanted to just camp out there. So went out, helped set up on Friday. We did pretty much all of our setup. Like was done by, I don't know, 2 or 3 p.m. kind of a thing. But it was hot, and I was drinking water, but I wasn't staying out of the sun. And I think I got like heat exhaustion or heat stroke because I couldn't get cool. I couldn't cool down. My head was just like hot. And I was not liking life. So that was the Friday. And then I had to, and then we had to do a head-to-head shootout, and I didn't want to be there. So as soon as I was out, I'm like, oh, thank God, I don't want to be here. After that, I planned on doing like a big epic burn down of the WK-181. So I had that chamber failure the other day.
Yeah.
Cleaned it all up, got it out there. And I got like 10 mags with this thing. So I'm like, okay, guys, here, I need 10 guys. You're all going to get a mag. We're going to run a train on this gun. I'm going to put a mag in, mag out, hand the gun to the next person. That person inserts their mag, and then you just go to the back, reload your mag, and then keep going. We'll go through all 700 rounds in like no time like that, right? I got 3 rounds in, the extractor broke. I haven't even sighted this yet.
No.
3 rounds. Or
What's that? I had
How
4. Oh, yeah.
you
Four,
had
4
4.
rounds.
Oh,
And it broke on 2 of them.
correct.
The extractor could have been weakened from trying to extract like the seized up round. And on a bolt head for an AR, when you do a 7.62x39 AR, it's quite thin. The lugs are thin. The extractor, there's not really as much meat as there is on an AR. They designed it for a 223 case head, not a 30 cal case head. So, yeah, it broke. There's a new one in the mail that will show up tomorrow.
I have to say, I'm always slightly shocked when somebody brings an AR and a 180 out to the range and something doesn't break. I'm always a little surprised when they leave with an unbroken gun. It's like, wow, that's
Good
pretty
for you.
Well,
Yeah.
I RO'd a lot of competitors shooting a lot of rifle, and oh boy, the situation in Canada with semi-auto rifles is just awful. Everything breaks and everything. Like if you can keep your gun running, that's like step 1 in getting like a decent score at one of these things, because even I had a couple of jams. I had my first stage, the first day, I had 2 terrible double feeds, and it was because the lips on my magazine were cracked. So one of them had cracked off. Maybe when I inserted it, maybe before it was weakened, and it wouldn't feed properly. And that
Party streamer.
Party streamer.
Yep. Bolt goes back and all the rounds go boop.
Oh, it didn't do that. It didn't do that. No, it didn't do that. Yeah, so a lot of people had lots of rifle malfunctions. It's like it's endemic right now.
What were people shooting?
A wide variety of stuff. Some people were shooting like Tavors, X95s, RDBs, the WK-181 or 180s are the most common. MCRs, a couple Siberians. I only saw 2 Siberians. Neither of them malfunctioned, but that's not enough like data to make a really good analysis off. A couple of Bren 2s, a couple of those Crew Templars. Oh, those things
nice.
they're so
They're
heavy,
so big.
Same thing with the R18. That thing's heavy too. Oh my goodness, they're like 8-pound guns without even putting the optics on. They're so heavy.
Really?
Yeah. And that one I saw that one jam too. So even it didn't get away from. Matches do that though. Like a match when it's like 30 and there's sand blowing around and it's hot, and you're gonna get gun failures. It's just unfortunate.
It's like Formula One racing versus just driving around the block in your Civic. You know, when it's go fast, things do go wrong. But how did the Tavors do?
Mostly fine. I saw they still jam. I still see the odd jam with them. Yeah, but mostly fine.
How did
Same with the
so,
RDBs.
so tell us, how did you do?
Did pretty good.
Yeah.
It was a tight place, but tight race.
Yay! Congratulations.
Very tight.
Congrats.
Between me and the guy in number 2, it was like 1.5%.
Oh, wow.
Close.
Wow.
Both days. Day 1, it was like, woo, that's close. Day 2, same thing. So it was very tight. Could have gone either way, really. You get like
I like that.
you get a jam, you get an FTE or something like that, and it goes the other way.
Yeah, I like that. It means you earned it.
Yeah, it was tight. It was a
Nice.
hard one. Yeah, but I was other than that one stage I just told you guys about. I had those jams. The next day, same bay, I decided to shoot my rifle instead of the pistol. So like they had an option. The targets were all very close. I decided like I'm going to shoot my rifle for this. I've got these mags. I've got like it should be fast. No, it was way slower. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So
Really?
I learned something. Yeah, I learned that I should have used my pistol on the close targets and left my rifle behind. But
What was
that
the
was being smart.
What was the range on those?
Like 10 meters, 15 meters.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot more weight to move around.
And I had did I have a jam too? I don't know. I'll have to relook at my video. But aside from those 2 stages, I was top 3 for most of the other ones. A couple of stage wins, a couple of like very close number 2s. I blew out like the long range stage on day 1. I beat everyone by like a huge portion. So the rest of it was pretty consistent. I just need to, I don't know, pick the right gun and make sure that my stuff is working right. But that was good.
Nice.
So that happened. And then right after the awards, they were doing the random draw. Usually, like for every other year, and like you look up at like I've been at the Alberta Battle of Alberta like 4 times before. Every other year, I get picked like way down the list. So I'm getting like a hat or maybe like a muzzle brake or something like that. This year, I got picked number 2. So
Ooh.
I very quickly went up and I grabbed these Apex.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the hat?
So they gave all the ROs a hat, so like the ROs could go up and get a hat. I'm like, I kind of like that Apex one. I'm gonna grab that.
Nice.
And then later, it's like when it came up, I'm like, and I'm taking the binos.
And I'm going to take the binoculars as well.
I kind of have to. You already had the hat. So.
Yeah.
Gotta match it.
Right.
But yeah, they're pretty nice.
Thank you.
They're the Summit EDs,
Nice.
and they are magnesium body, 12 by 50, so 50 millimeter objective, 12 magnification. It's actually quite easy to pull them up and not see what you were looking at before. Like because they've got so much magnification, the field of view is not nearly as much as it is on like an 8 by 40 or something like that set of binos. Big difference, but you get that much more magnification. And like we're using it to spot hits for the match, and it's fantastic for that with that kind of magnification. These things are like $750.
Nice prize.
Nice.
The organizers and the prize committee for like were on point. Even like 20 people in, people were still pulling like $100 plus prizes off that table.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So there was so many good prizes and so many good sponsors this year. It was just incredible. Really well organized too. They had like a proper looking matchbook. They had like the shooting order taped to the desks. When we got there, they had like the state, like everything was like super well organized. So
Nice.
very, very different than what we typically are, but kind of nice as well.
Yeah.
You've got a high bar to meet now.
No, someone else that can do that better can run those. That's the better idea. Yeah, it was a great time though, like hanging out with the guys, just shit talking during like stage runs and that kind of thing. The squad I was on, where we're just like rimming each other pretty much the whole day, every day kind of a thing. And that's the way I like like it. Not too serious, just having fun. And
Nice.
I think that's the better way to have a match. I met a couple of like Slamfire Radio and Hunting Gear Guy fans, Brock and Taylor, and they were like tagging us in their Instagram and that kind of thing. And
that.
what's that?
Saw that.
Yeah.
They were fanboying the Hunting Gear Guy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Well,
was good though.
yeah, it's nice to see people that watch or listen to the show.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
passionate about the sport and that kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, a couple of new guys are starting to really not new. Brian's one of the guys who's like kicking ass and taking names right now. He was like 3rd overall, and he was shooting a PCC. And this match was kind of hard on PCC shooters,
Oh,
but
really?
he was just so fast on his moving and shooting is so smooth and fast that he was doing really well. And a couple of other new guys in there that are really making. Sheldon was climbing pretty good as well. So those guys will be those guys will be ones to watch in a year or two here.
Awesome.
Yeah. So great match, and really cool, a lot of fun. I bought, like Dave was mentioning there, I bought a Spectre Ballistics LPC. That's their straight pull AR, upper and lower.
Yep.
Had one before, and they had a clearance go on, and these things were like $650 or something like that before, similar to the Maple Ridge Renegade. And then they put them on clearance for like $260. And last time I was like, oh, I want one of those. Oh, they're sold out. And then they put another batch on sale, and I was all over it. I want one because I have 2 choices of AR that I guess I could like build on, and I can use. I have fancy foreends, I have fancy handguards, I got fancy barrels, and all the parts and whatnot to put it in. So I think so. I've got two choices. I could do a 16-inch match barrel lightweight coyote gun, or a 12-inch barrel blaster gun. I think I'm going to do the 16-inch one though, because that's going to be more practical for coyotes. And that 12-inch barrel is kind of rude. It's kind of loud and boomy, and yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody once pointed out to me you can hit things far out with a long barrel and things close in with a long barrel, and you can't hit things way out there with short barrels. So
Yeah, you lose a lot of velocity between 16 and 12.
it's pretty short.
Yeah. So so I think that's what I'm going to do. 16-inch barrel, lightweight coyote gun. And it's a match. Like I got a fancy match barrel for it, so I will be setting it in with some hunting ammo and taking that out to maybe shoot some coyotes like earlier on the season. I've got my brother's got some coyotes at his place that he wants me to shoot because they keep bugging his cats. So maybe I'll do that.
Bugging the cats like they're insulting them or something. Hey, cat, you're stupid looking. I mean, they're trying to eat them.
Oh, they already got a couple. So
Okay.
it looks bad when you keep going to the SPCA and picking up cats, right? It's like, are you actually adopting an animal, or are you just feeding coyotes?
Oh wow.
So I'll take that thing out and wreck some coyotes. And
Coyotes got to eat too.
yeah, they're gonna eat some lead. Yeah. This weekend I'm doing the Sherwood Park Maple Seed double header. So I'm gonna camp at the range and do a couple maple seeds and head back. I think I'm just gonna van camp though, because there's not many other instructors that are gonna be camping there. So just gonna put the shelf in the van just because it might rain. So I'm not gonna pull up the tent trailer for that.
Speaking of this weekend,
Mhm.
Dave, you're going to still meet me in Blue Ridge afterwards, correct?
Yep, I got a job to do for a client Saturday afternoon, and I'm expecting to be up there for dinner.
Coolio.
Nice.
I'm going to
I don't
get
know
to see Dave this weekend. That's going to be
Yay.
awesome. I'm going to drop off some of the Slimefire patches as well.
Cool.
Yay.
Kyle, what are you up to?
Getting ready for all classifier match this weekend. So went out, picked this cheap Bushnell red dot up. It was on sale for $100.
Ooh.
So
Wow.
4 MOA dot, and put that on the Canic because the all classifier, I want to get classified in both carry optics and limited. So
Okay.
I need the Zev so I can shoot it, and
It's Crystal
we want
shooting.
she's gonna shoot the Canik.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're gonna try that. So got the Canik set up for her, which was actually a pain in the ass. Really hope that you don't have to change the mag release on a Canik from right hand to left hand or vice versa, because that spring it's nasty to get back in. So it's not like a Glock where it's nice and easy in 2 minutes you got it switched around, but was able to finally get that and kind of looked at Crystal and said, well, you're shooting this gun from now on because I don't want to change this back to right hand. Because I spent probably about half an hour, 45 minutes cursing and swearing yesterday trying to get it back in. It was back together. It was just bad. But yeah, got busy doing family stuff and working this last weekend, so didn't make it to the range. But after the match Saturday, I will probably do a little bit of shooting with the AR, get that tuned up and sighted in. And yeah. Other than
Nice.
that,
What kind of tuning are you
ARs.
going to do? Are you going to mess with the buffer weight or
well, I'm not gonna
Gas
mess with
block.
the buffer weight. Just the gas block. Get it so it well. Now this is the decision because it's going to be hot. It's going to be 103 degrees on Saturday. So I'm trying to decide whether I go a quarter turn or a half turn past bolt catch. Because normally, if it was like spring or fall, I would tune it so it just locks on the last round, and then do like an eighth of a turn more, and then it would be pretty much good for any time I was going to be competing. But with the warmer weather and quite possibly be shooting colder, thinking I might give it a little bit more. But it's got the silent capture buffer in there, so I'm not really going to tune the buffer at all. It's already got the setup for the buffer. So yeah.
How badly did you get sunburned? I have to ask you because
Oh, I'm not sunburnt. It's just the lights.
was it the lighting? I'm like,
Yes, it
wow,
was.
dude, you look like you got fried.
Yeah, no, I did not get. I have not been sunburnt. Let's see.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
man.
It still shows up like that.
Yeah, you
for
look
some reason.
roasted. Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, no,
Look
I
like
am.
Bill Blair on a good day, or you got. burned?
Oh, wow. That's pretty harsh.
he doesn't live
No.
here? He doesn't even know who Bill Blair is.
You don't know? Oh, I think everyone in the gun community knows who Bill Blair is.
Yeah.
If you don't, count yourself lucky.
I heard he was a pretty good guy.
Shush.
Yeah. he's-
But yeah, I'm actually debating also because I got my. Well, yeah, there we go. Last Friday, I wrote my New Mexico driver's license.
Oh,
Got it. So I am trying to decide what I am going to buy now, which will probably be a subcompact pistol. And I'm thinking I might take the Agile route and just spend like $250 on the cheapest subcompact pistol I can find and see how it does.
No. We don't want that. No.
no, I'm thinking
So-
H&K MP7.
Mm.
Yep.
Nah. I saw Hellcats, but they were like
I was-
$700-800, and I didn't really want to spend that much. So if I'm spending that much, I might as well get the 365 X Macro.
365, yeah. That'd
Or
be
just-
cool.
2 high points.
They did have high
So you
points
get
on the
two-
website,
so you
so I
get two
actually
shots.
considered that. I considered the high point, but
You could actually throw the pistol at the.
What's
that's
it cost? What's a high point cost down there? High point pistol.
I think they're like mid 300.
Oh,
I was
that's
gonna
still
say-
too much.
That's
200.
way too much.
Wow, way too much.
Like there was SCCYs for like 250.
What is an SCCY?
I have
So you never
no
seen
idea,
it?
but it is on. I'm gonna probably go up in there Friday if I can, if I make it off work in time to go check it out and see
Everybody
what
else
they have.
Googling it?
I know
It
They look tiny.
They come
It
in
is
different
still 10
colors
rounds.
too, right?
Yes, they do.
SCCY.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen them.
Sassy.
Undoubtedly the most dependable handgun you can buy for the money. They
Yeah, yeah,
qualified
yeah.
that
For the money, yeah.
for the money.
Kind of funny. You needed to get your driver's license so that you can get a.
Yeah.
That is
Just need to
fun.
prove residency.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a lot better than what. Did you guys see that recently? There was a release on the PAL wait dates, and the new PAL's like 12 to 18 months.
Oh yeah,
God.
silly.
I forgot to mention. I want to go again when
Okay. Well, I'm
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
much done. I'm
I
just
have
shopping
something to
around for a
complain about.
subcompact and gonna hit the range up and catch up on some shooting this weekend. So go ahead, Dave. Go again.
nice.
Second turn, Dave. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So I renewed my PAL like 2 weeks ago online, and I got a letter in the mail today from the RCMP saying that my photo was unacceptable. They don't tell you why. And I mean, I don't know. As far as I can tell, it was fine. The only thing I can think of is maybe I was smiling too much. So it was too hard to see my eye color or something, because they really want to see the eye color. So I phoned them and said, "Hey, I got this letter. I've got a passport photo. Screw it, I'll just send you that." And they're like, "That's great." So I'm like, "Yeah, where do I email it?" And they're like, No. On the letter, you'll see you have to mail it to our post office box. So I can't even get a signature to confirm that it arrived or anything. So you physically have to mail for your online application. If anything goes wrong, you have to talk to somebody on the phone. And if it's the photo, you have to mail them a physical photo. I'm like, that's weird. I can't email. And they're like, nope, there's no procedure in place for that. It must be physically mailed in. I'm like, what the hell? Like, you accept
Wow.
a digital version. I'm going to mail you this. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to scan it,
Digitally scan. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They're going to have to scan it because everything's digital. It's not like they've got somebody in the print shop cutting these things out and putting them on a piece of paper and laminating them together like they used to back in the day. But they literally don't have any procedure for me to just email it to them. So I put it in the mail, and hopefully it arrives one day. But I was shocked that they got back to me within, like, I think it was actually 3 weeks ago. Like, I'm like, wow, that's fast. So somebody is looking at the applications and I guess just rejecting whatever they can. And then, but when I called them, I got put on hold for like 15 minutes, and I got the message, we are receiving unusually high call volume. I'm like, why? Who the hell is calling you people now? Nobody's transferring handguns. Nobody's doing any of that stuff. You should have like way more people sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't know where those people went, but they're not answering the phone. It was the strangest thing. Like, literally, who the hell's calling?
People looking for their pals.
I guess, or phoning them to say, "Hey, why can't I email you?"
Yeah.
And I have their email address. I'm almost tempted to just email it in and just see what happens.
See what happens. Chris,
I should have done that while you're on the call.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
just
should.
give me a
Check
second. Yeah,
your
I'm
inbox.
gonna mail it to you right now. Kate, it should be on your inbox.
Yeah.
Can you confirm that for me? Like they
Yeah.
do to you when you get your
ATTs.
ATT. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you just check your email for me? I just sent it to you. You guys do that to me, right? Should be fine.
Yeah, like I'm like, and then I'm thinking, why would they do that? And I'm like thinking probably because the guy in the mailroom's got like 25 years seniority. He's like 2 years from retiring. They're like, nope, Bob in the mailroom. He's close to retirement. We're not going electronic and putting Bob out of a job. He's a good
No.
union boy,
Not Bob. Not Bob.
right? Chris W just said, "Can't you apply for the second time online?" I could, but I don't feel like paying money. So. Plus, that would be interesting to see what would happen. I wonder, no, because I renewed online, and I bet you if I went in and went to renew again, it would say you've already applied if their
Yeah.
systems work, which they're governments. I don't know, maybe they wouldn't.
It's a toss up. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, there's my magic story. I'm done complaining. Government sucks.
Good story.
We were missing that this episode. You do know that, right?
Yeah.
The expectation was there. You let us down the first time, but you came around for second
I'm
to what we
back.
did in guns.
I'm
And
back and
yeah,
fighting.
thank
Back
you.
in fighting condition.
Okay,
Excellent.
good stuff. Anybody else want a second turn before we move on?
No.
No? All good? All good? All right, excellent. We'll get into upcoming events. We have the Maple Seed calendar filling up. Lots of events across Canada. Check them out at mapleseedrifleman.com/events and sign up. Definitely worth it. If you like find a 3-gun match, you can do so at 3gun.ca.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Hey, Mo, did you sign up for Cornwall yet?
No.
It's definitely worth it.
Oh, I believe you. And that's what I said.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm sure 3-gun events are worth it too,
They are. Have you
Yeah.
signed
Yep.
up for any?
with or without a working rifle.
Okay.
ORA events coming up, plinking this Sunday. Sporting Rifle on Sunday, June 25th. Find them at OntarioRifleAssociation.ca or on Practice Score. And we have an announcement. Do we have a contest music for the announcement?
Dun,
Only
dun,
if
No,
you
I
sing it.
worked late. I couldn't get it lined up.
All right,
Hmm.
no problem. We have a contest. So SBI, there's a Lynx 180 match.
Don't do that, Dave. Don't. Thank you.
That was the contest music.
That was
No.
the contest music. I'm trying to do
Wow.
a drum roll on my mic, but I've irritated Kelly, so that's a bad thing.
Okay then. So SBI has graciously donated a Lynx 180 match lower to give a giveaway.
Ooh.
It's lightly used by our top reviewer. There it is.
Who is now holding it up like he's Vanna White, but
I was gonna say he's got his
Ah.
show gloves on. Nice.
yeah,
Those
you don't want to
They-
mar.
Uh,
Wanna
those
mar
need to
the
be white
finish.
gloves,
There you
though.
go. Yeah. We need white gloves.
Can't mar
No.
the finish and can't leave
No.
any fingerprints on it.
This is only because I'm cleaning my GSG and it's filthy,
Okay.
carboned up. Yeah, it's a 180B lower. This is what I'm using on my rifle, except with the Zhukov back instead of the AR buffer tube back. But
Nice.
they gave me this one for review, and I've been trying to get back to them. They're like, let's just give it away on Slamfire. I'm like, okay, we'll do that.
We can do that. So what are the parameters to give it away?
You need a PAL. I
Correct.
think that's going to be an important part of the process. You do need a
Correct.
PAL.
Mhm.
Donate to the CCFR. Every $20 gets you an entry.
Yeah. How do they
Screen
prove
cap
that?
your donation. Email it to slamfireradio@gmail.com. And we're also going
And?
to have a second way to apply, and that's going to be by taking a picture with yourself and a gun,
Mail
On
it to the
Instagram?
Canadian Firearms Center.
mail it to the Canadian Firearms Center.
No.
Say
gotta go-
Wolverine's rule written on the postcard.
Pose on your bed with all your guns around you.
Sexy
in
pose.
some lingerie,
Yeah.
men included. No,
All
just
right.
take a picture with yourself and a gun
You're on.
and tag us in Instagram.
Yep.
That's good for an entry as well.
Very cool.
So donate to the CCFR. For every $20, you'll get an entry, and all you have to do is screen capture it and send it to slamfireradio@gmail.com or tag us with a photo of yourself on the Instas. Super simple, right? Correct?
Very-
There's no
very
other
simple.
way.
Even I could do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when does the contest close?
You have a
August
great-
1st.
August 1st. So that
August
means
1st.
that if it's August 1st, then that is a Tuesday. So we'll be drawing on August 2nd.
Yep, I've already put
Live
in
on
the
the
show
show.
notes which
Nice.
show we'll draw it on so we don't forget.
Okay, that's great.
Anyways, yeah, that's cool.
We'll get into new gun stuff brought to you by Bullseye North. Need a new boomstick? Bullseye North is Canada's shooting superstore and a proud supporter of the CCFR with a wide selection of guns and top trending gear for any shooter. Free shipping over $200. Some exclusions apply, like ammo. Subscribe to their weekly newsletter to get first access to the hottest deals.
And one of those deals that they've got going on, they go up to 20% off select shotguns. I didn't know that you could get a Benelli Nova in 20 gauge for $470.
Really?
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Because I thought, like, okay, for youth shotguns, 20 gauge, it's not really a lot of selection for youth
Yeah.
shotguns.
Mhm.
There's the Mossberg Bantam that's pretty popular. I didn't know there was a Nova. That would be better than a Bantam, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kinda-
Awesome.
kinda
Smoother.
cool.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Nice. It is a nice. It's a nice shotgun. It's one of my first ones that I got.
Yeah.
So
And Did you guys know that Frenchie makes a bolt action rifle?
I did not.
I
Yes.
did not know.
No.
I didn't know this.
Kelly knew. Kelly knows
Mhm.
everything.
You must have seen that at a gun show or something, then, Kelly.
Mm.
How did you?
No, I knew that they made one.
Yeah, it's like some 3-lug thing. It's just, I don't know. I'm amused by small things, and that amused me.
Hmm.
The next one was out of stock. Oh, this just went on sale today.
And
Bullseye
we're done.
North had
Ooh.
223 on for 588 per thousand.
Wow.
I wonder why it sold out.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Wow.
Almost getting back to those pre-pandemic days. Almost. Yeah. Sold out. So we won't linger on that one too long.
Shame.
The next one. Okay, so I saw Cabela's is running their Wild Wednesday today. They've got Glock PMags for $28, or they're $24 at Bullseye. So
Nice.
if
Go
you got a
Bullseye.
Bullseye local. Yeah, Bullseye a little bit cheaper. Yeah,
Oh.
those are a little bit better. Shooting Center, Calgary Shooting Center has the Fletcher Rifle Works 1122. That's coming in about 3 months. These are the 1022s that the top comes off, so you can pull the bolt out and clean it.
Oh.
Now, the downside of that is the rail's a little bit further forward. So this is mostly like a red dot kind of a setup.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's easier to clean. And like 22 bolts need to be cleaned every once in a while because otherwise they don't work so good.
Nope.
Speaking of, I should probably clean those Maple Seed loaner rifles before I go to that Maple Seed this weekend.
Meh.
I got some dirty ones in there. They need it. Anyways, these are way easier to clean because I think you pull a pin and then the top comes off. You can pull the bolt
That's
out
cool.
the top. Yeah. It's desperately needed update to the 1022. Speaking about updating 1022s, magdump.ca has the KSA stainless tri-flute 1022 barrels on for $307. These are
Saw that.
stainless steel
Nice
by
barrel.
Keystone. Yeah. Yep. Tri-fluting.
430, 440. Wow.
Yep. Pretty steep discount there.
Hmm.
So if you're interested in those, check that out. Tenda had a couple that I saw that, so they put out their June like promotions thing, and they had a couple that I was like, oh, that's interesting. The first is the Charles Daly CA612. This is one of the Turk Nellies, the Turkish Benelli clones.
Nice.
It's on for $460 $460.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kyle, is this a piece of crap?
I don't know, but on the same token, you could if it's a Turk Nelly, you could probably just upgrade it with the parts that break.
Sure.
I haven't seen the Charles Daly M4, so
It's probably the same as the other ones.
It's going to say they're all out of the same factory.
They are.
yeah.
They 100% are. I've got
Literally.
like some of the Charles Daly single shot shotguns, and they're the same as all the other folding single shot shotguns. Sometimes they change like the furniture on them, but other than that, like they are made in the same factory.
Yeah.
I mean, for that price, yeah.
That's a decent price. They had their Keltecs on for just a little bit cheaper than what you typically see. So typically those Keltecs RDBs are around $1,500. They've got them for $13.99, $1,400.
I saw one of those RDBs out, and I kind of want to hate it, but I can't hate it. I don't know, because the Keltec is want to hate it, but it actually ran real well. And
Really?
It's actually kind of nice to shoot. Yeah, it's a nice gun.
No.
Stop it.
Much as I know
It's a
it
blip
hurts
up.
to say it.
You want to see something that's real ugly? Here, let me see if I
Yeah.
can find it here.
Bring it on.
They have the Hunter version that doesn't have the grip. It's got the
Oh,
California
Oh,
compliant
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
I
No.
shot one of these. One of the 3-gunners had one, and it's so weird.
It is. It is.
Not in the
That's got to be the California. The C must be for California.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
communism.
Yeah.
Crappy.
California King.
Crappy.
Oh, look at this.
9mm. They also have
Yeah.
STV Scorpio. I shot a bunch of this stuff, and it ran fine for me.
Yeah.
Some people it did not, but it
Yeah.
ran fine for me, and it's $360 for a case of 1,000.
That's not bad. Still though.
Well, not
Cheapest 9mm
124.
out there.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to find cheaper anywhere else.
Not brass cased 124. No.
Cali legal. So Tony's saying that the yeah.
The
It's-
RDB Hunter. Yeah, no pistol
yeah.
grip. Yeah.
Stupid
Yeah.
California.
Well, just while we're talking on the subject here, Tony's asking question for Maple Seed. Why not support Canadian made with the A22s? Easy to clean and made in Ontario. They are easy to clean.
Yeah.
I've seen stoppages with them.
Yep.
I've seen like lots of stoppages with them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure
They're
of
not
reliability
consistent.
long term.
And yeah, so yeah, I like Savage and they're a sponsor of ours as well, but also, yeah, no, they don't do well on the line. Also, there's aftermarket parts. Like the reality is, most people will bring a 1022 because
They're so popular.
they're so popular. We can
Yeah.
get everything for it aftermarket.
Everybody does have
Although I
fun.
do suggest we support our Canadian companies because if not, they won't be here for much longer.
Mhm.
So, but one of the feedback I gave Savage is they need to do better with their megs. Their megs suck.
Yeah, yeah.
the
Those
rotary
mags,
too.
Their
Uh,
megs,
but they're.
suck.
It's like they went half like they're half metal, half plastic.
Oh,
For no reason. They should just
Hmm.
be one or the other. Or they could go like Ruger runs the metal feed lips and then the rest
Yeah.
is plastic instead of like half and half. Yeah. I think there's better ways of doing it.
or just make a gun that takes 1022 magazines and call it a day.
I don't know if Savage would want to do that. That'd be take the magazine of their competitor. Marstar's got some Glock 17 uppers, so like the complete slides. They've got Cam Tactical and PSA Dagger slides. Both these are optics ready, and they're $450, $500 kind of a thing. Some of them look
Yeah.
kind of cool.
The daggers
this-
are pretty slick. I like them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks kind of cool.
We're
If you wanted
we're
something-
left to buy slides now. Lovely.
Well, lots of guys bought like the Polymer 80s. They bought like a
Mhm.
Yeah.
frame because they wanted to have a Glock in the future, but they didn't buy the whole gun because it's expensive. So they opted for something like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's I'm glad to see that they're bringing in parts so people who got those kit guns can complete them.
Yeah, very nice.
International Shooting Supplies has their Father's Day event coming up. I've got a couple of the different things here. You can enter to win a Browning AB3 Stalker scope rifle package. Comes with a loopholed scope on there. And then they've got a bunch of stuff on sale. I thought I saw something in here that looked pretty good. That's not bad. It's not great. $400 for 147 grain 9mm. That's okay. $379 for 115 grain. That's okay.
Mhm.
10 cents around for a Gila Standard Velocity. There it is. This Federal Auto Match looks pretty good. 3,250 rounds for $279. That is decent.
Mhm.
And they've got a bunch of other stuff on sale. 15% off in stock Troy PAR rifles, that kind of thing.
Oh, haven't seen those in a while.
Yeah. They're adding to their list. North Silva has announced they're bringing in the CZ Bren 2 MSs in 11-inch barrels. So little tiny boys. And
I like that.
Oh,
I
me
saw one
too.
at the range a couple weeks ago, and it was a slick little gun. The little CZ Brens, they're really cool. But personally, I would never ever buy a restrictor rifle. Not again. I learned my lesson.
never again.
I've learned my lesson.
Well, you could buy the non-restricted one and then wait until the frenzy's over and then maybe pick up a barrel and make it non-restricted.
Marstar is bringing in some 18.6s, I think. They had them up on their website for, I think it was 3,400 or 3,200, something like that.
Oh, those are conversions then.
Yeah,
Those
they're
are the
conversions.
Yeah,
They
the
come with-
conversions,
They come
yeah.
with the barrels.
They're not making the non-restricted length ones yet. Once they do, once CZ actually starts making the non-restricted barrel lengths ones, they'll come in for a lot cheaper. They should come in for like 2,400, 2,200, something like that.
Oh, you think so?
I think so. Yeah, there's a higher cost with all this other stuff. But yeah, they're cool. You can find the CZ Bren 2 MS in 11-inch at Tenda and High Caliber Services right now.
Nice.
I don't think I covered this before, but it looks familiar, and it's a while ago. But I Run Guns has a It looks like a Glock, but it's not. It's an SBR. It is a full small rifle that you could tell was inspired by a Glock. It uses a Glock Gen 3 setup, but it's an SBR, folding stock on it, short barrel. This is coming into Canada as restricted and not a pistol. It's a rifle. And they're 800 US. So $1,000 call it.
1,000 Canadian. That's kind of cool. Toss a
Would this be-
suppressor on it.
Okay, so for $1,000, what other PCC are you going to get? That weird
Ruger.
MMP FPC? Would you say, Dave?
Get the Ruger piece.
Ruger
PCC.
PC carbine.
Yeah.
That is quite a bit bigger and still has some reliability issues. I saw some on the line have some reliability issues.
Yeah.
Or-
that's very cool. That's kind of neat.
A
I
Glock.
don't mind that. Yeah.
A Glock.
That'd be fun. It looks cool.
Speaking of fun, short little guns, BCL TRX Bronco Howitzer. It's
Howitzer.
BCL's bolt action in 308 with a 9.5 inch barrel.
What the?
Oh,
It's
that's gonna be
tiny.
that's gonna be pleasant.
No.
Firing a 308 out of a 9.5 inch barrel. I don't know.
Yeah,
if that'll be
good
pleasant.
times.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
times.
Wow.
Good times.
Put a
Put a
big
brake
ass
on there,
muzzle
too.
brake on that thing.
Yeah.
Mm,
Those
mm.
threaded barrels. So
Getting slapped in the face. Yeah. Would it be quiet? Like with this short of a barrel, do you think it would be quieter? No muzzle brake. Would it be quieter or louder than a 16 or an 18 inch?
it's gonna be louder.
I think it'd be louder too. Different kind of loud though.
Yeah.
More of a whoof than a
Yeah.
crack.
And a bigger fireball for sure.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of unburned powder. If you hate the
Yeah.
environment, this is the gun for you. Let's get
Yeah.
warm and going a little more.
Yeah.
For that
Those are gonna-
going out at dusk and you need to light up your path, so you take a shot to light up your path.
Nice.
That would be
Yeah.
just nasty. But you know what? For a backpack gun to just throw in your backpack if you're out in bear country,
Yeah.
pretty
I
cool.
Yeah.
mean, if you ever
Toss it on
wanted
a
to
sling.
pistol hunt, if you're like, boy, I missed the boat on pistol hunting and you wanted to pistol hunt, you could just shoot this thing with the stock folded and pretend you're pistol hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna know you're not shooting a pistol though.
Yeah.
What? Okay, let's say you're hunting at 25 yards. You're like it's bush and that kind of thing. What if you had that thing slung up, just like sitting right in front of you,
Yeah,
like
sitting on your chest.
you could put it in like a
Single.
baby Bjorn or something like that, and then just like pull it out.
Yeah, a Bjorn. That's awesome.
Thinking you get that on a little single point sling, sit on your chest. That'd be sweet.
Red dot.
Yeah, good to go.
Wow.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Anyways.
2 hours later, when you wake up from the concussion, you see you got the bear. If you missed the bear ate you. So either way, it works out.
Yeah.
FOC's got a new store opening. It's opened. It's in Ajax, which is also in Toronto.
Yeah.
Eh,
Closer than the other places you always think are there.
No.
correct.
It's all
Closer
Toronto to
than
me.
Cornwall.
It's all Toronto.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, they have a new store opening. Oh, there's the Glock mags with Bullseye.
There you go.
And I think that's everything.
23. Awesome.
Nice.
I may
Yeah.
have to pick some.
Those
pick up some of
were
those Glock
some
mags.
real doozies there this week, Adriel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite a
Yeah.
cornucopia. Very nice.
Yeah, well done, sir.
Yes.
We'll get into listener feedback. We don't have any emails. Kyle, anything from YouTube this week?
Yeah, YouTube was quite busy. So I'll read the main stuff, and there was one that kind of went down ways. But so we start from the top on Bill C-21 with Ian Runkle. It's all part of the greater agenda. Disarm all citizens on the globe for full control. Do not comply. That was from Chrome Pistola. Nathan was saying that there was one K9 at the PCC Nationals. Jake Peace saying in response to the Charles Daly 101 single shot shotgun first look, here in North Carolina, USA, the barrel of any shotgun must be 18.5 inches or more unless the law has changed. The 14-inch barrel is very nice.
That's the one thing about us that's kind of good. We are allowed short barrel rifles
And shotguns.
Shotguns.
Yep.
and shotguns too. Yeah.
Yep.
Yay!
I know.
Yay,
But
us.
I'm trying to celebrate the wins that we do have.
Well,
There's
absolutely.
not many
And-
and far between.
And gun shipped
Yes.
to your door. You don't have to
Home
go
delivery, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and home
that's
delivery.
a big one.
I
You would
will
think-
happily drive to my local gun store.
Right.
and pick up
You would think
a,
that in
a
the
16-inch
US, it's
AR
home
with
delivery.
a suppressor.
But no.
Yeah. You would make that trade, Dave?
I would drive to my gun store to pick up my suppressed AR-15 with a 16-inch barrel and go hunting them. No problem.
Ah, yes.
For-
If you already got the suppressor, why is it 16-inch?
Yeah.
Just
Oh.
double tax stamp it. You already
I
got
know.
one tax stamp. Get the second one.
Do you get the second one free, or is that double tax stamp?
I don't know. Until I'm
If
I
permanent
won't get one
resident,
free.
until by chance I get perm residency, I won't be able to get NFA items. So
Oh.
from what I've inquired, so no SBRs, no SBSs, no suppressors.
No suppressors.
Aw, Canadian rules. Damn foreigners.
Well,
Except
we don't
for
get any.
I get
suppressors either.
AR-15s though. I still they
Shut up.
You can't test it.
yeah. Okay, back to YouTube. We get a string of Tony, our most responsive listener,
Mm-hmm.
and he says, "Are IPSC regionals allowed to create subdivisions? PCC is still in its infancy, so won't expect it soon. But we can make some interesting divisions to make everyone more competitive in their division. Ideas include overall weight length, manual actions, accessories, magwell, comp, where the spare magazines are carried, and so on. Suggestions for subdivision: the Canadian spears or Canadian muskets. Mandatory barrel length of 18.5 or longer. Non-restricted compliant. I don't know.
Mm.
I'm not necessarily a fan of more divisions, but I mean, I know it's only got 2, so I don't know. It goes on. There was a crazy internet notion in China a while ago. If you are dressed revealing, you are inviting sexual harassments. Okay. And he's hoping that Multigun in Canada would offer a PCC division like the Brutality match in the US, using PCC as pistol and rifle. See Forgotten Weapons Ian's Desert Brutality 2022 video. Actually, a lot of Multigun in Canada is offering PCC. I know Mighty Peace is doing it.
Not as the pistol though, but that's coming soon.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
it depends on the match, because there are some matches that they're optional, but which I am definitely a proponent of. I don't like dictating every last thing.
Yeah.
CQC,
It's gonna-
we're
it's gonna
doing
happen.
CQC. You can, or a CQC, you can shoot with just straight up carbine now if you want, because we have people come out and they're like, I don't have a pistol because I can't get one. So
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
eh.
Also saying this is weekly reminder about Maple Seed at the BTSA.
I'll get that set up one of these days.
One of these days.
Says bad weather makes him look good, as I can't go much slower anyway. For example, somehow I saw Steel Challenge better in the snow at 4 degrees Celsius versus a sunny day in the 20 degrees Celsius.
Mm.
12 out of 10 for Adriel's intro. We gotta do it every time we have a competitor on board. So that was that WWF intro for Taylor. It says, I think the sub 2K is set up more as combat field gassed or tuned, since there is no gas system, resulting in better reliability, but worse in terms of recoil impulse. There aren't many options to tune the sub 2K as the user. The M Carbo Heavy recoilless charging handle is an option. Not sure how it affects reliability though. Sub 2K has a little shroud around
doesn't.
the. No.
No, I put like all the Carbo kits on, or parts on a sub 2000, and the trigger was better, and it was a little bit nicer. Like the tube, there was like a rubber cover you can get for it. That's not quite so springy to shoot, because that thing's like right on your face, and the extra charging handle and that kind of thing. Yeah, it runs the same. It doesn't care.
Okay. It's saying that the Sub 2K has a little shroud around the ejection port that helps against blow spray back when shooting right-handed. Shooting left-handed, tons of gunpowder residue spray into your face. I would suggest keeping your lips tight when doing that. And then we have a whole breakdown as far as Matty Buck asked if Chris Vectors can be used for PCC matches. And I think the general consensus was that you could, and then it got into how burst fire and binary triggers were not allowed because it has to be one shot per trigger pull. So that is our YouTube comments for the week.
Why, thank you. And thank you to the listeners. If you go to our website, slamfireradio.com, you will find a Cabela's link. If you use that link to make a purchase, you're supporting the show, and we will once a month read out the items bought. So I guess we're going to do that this week. We had Winchester Stayball 6.5 powder. We had an MDT M-Lock Arc accessory rail and MDT ground pod bipod. Nice.
Nice.
It's a good one.
Good combo. Yeah. So
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
that person's putting that bipod on an M-Lock receiver.
Yep.
It's a cool looking bipod too.
Oh, yeah. And we had a Lyman bleacher loading block and Real Avid Smart Bench block.
Oh, I have one of those. Not the bleacher one. That's the Real Avid bench block. I love it. It's you can knock out pins and whatnot with it. It's got like the barrel hold for it. So it's just really, otherwise you use the edge of your bench or table or whatever, and you just beat the heck out of it, which is what I usually do. But it's nicer to have like a purpose-built something for it. And it's got like the 1911.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
It's a bushing key or whatever.
Yes. Yeah, bushing key on there. Yeah, and that kind of thing. So and it's got a magnet on one of the sides, so if you like pound a pin through there, it'll like stick to the inside of it, so it won't like jump away from you. And then the bleacher loading block, you got two of them because it's for reloading. That's the one that like stacks them up like they're in bleachers. Like
Yeah.
we talked about it. Yeah. Anyways, so we got that stuff.
Okay.
All right.
And one of these days, we're going to have to update the photo on the website of the five of us. What do you think? Think it's
Yeah.
ever going to happen?
Well, we gotta be all in one spot.
Yeah, I
Same
know
time,
that. But one of these days.
Maybe I could Photoshop something if you guys like get some white backgrounds going. We could just like slam them together.
Yeah.
It's doable.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
A collage.
Yeah.
Collage.
Do action collage, which means we gotta get people to take video or picture when we're shooting, and then it's a lot better than just a portrait.
Okay.
I got that. I got lots of footage.
Sounds good. If you'd like to support the show, you can do so through Patreon and Player, which used to be Utron.
Yeah.
And then if you'd like to email us, you can do so at slamfireradio@gmail.com, and we'll read your letter online. I'm always happy to do so. And we'll get into shout-outs. Adriel?
Oh, to BOA organizers and ROs. They put in like a tremendous effort, and it's all because of them. Like as an RO, I did very little. I just did the RO stuff, and it was nice just to, everyone else was doing their thing, and they all knew what they needed to do. And there was like an issue with the like scoring, and the admin person just like got it done, fixed it all. It wasn't even an issue, and the lunch was smooth, and it was just pretty smooth. And the stage designs were like really good. We used that Practice Sim stage designer, and that gave us like some really good 3D views of what should be 3D and like top down. So when I was building the stages out, it's like, oh,
That's
well,
good. Yeah.
you can see exactly where things are supposed to go. You're not like leaving anything up to interpretation. So excellent for that. And yeah, just really great. And thanks to Tony for giving us the heads up about some of the stuff that's on sale.
Nice.
I have a thank you. I just wanted to say thank you to Chris Everett for putting together an amazing event that was happening for the Hunters and Anglers Caucus meeting. Everybody that was involved in that, Tracy Wilson for inviting me, and we're going to go again next year. I have to buy a new dress apparently now again for that, so I better get on that. Blaine Calkins for hosting it as the MP, Pierre Plurd for what was for the garden party. It was awesome. 350 people were there.
Nice.
Yeah. Got to meet a whole bunch of different MPs. And also for the CCFR AGM, everybody that put together worked so hard to make it happen. It was a really fun time. And yeah, that's about it.
Nice.
Mm.
Dave, you're muted. You're miming right now.
Dude, trapped in a box. Help me.
Dave?
Like my
No.
AR-15s. I haven't seen my live mime show. It is a thing to behold. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm sure.
next time.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna come out to the CCFR AGM next year. I'm gonna book some time off work and come hang out. And I too will buy a new dress for that. Just-
Excellent.
Wow, that's amazing.
I have a question for you guys. Do you think I should run again? I have a year to decide.
Run and gun?
Run again.
I think so.
Well, running's always good for your health.
Yeah. Yes,
well,
you should.
yeah. Speaking of
You're
which, I got to go for a run here in 15 minutes. So let's sum up.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, you should.
I think so too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you've
think
got too
about it.
much spare time anyway.
Yeah. Right.
You're not giving enough to the firearms community.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yes.
come to a Cornwall. I'll kick you in the ass.
Oh no.
All right.
So I also wanted to say hello. I guess you guys did a shout out last week to Dakota from East Gray, or I asked you to. I don't know if you did, but
Adriel
thanks
did it,
for.
yeah.
Thank you, Adriel. So he's an awesome guy. It was fun to hang out with him and some of the other listeners, like Adam and Dakota. Actually recognized me by my voice, which is the first time that's happened. And he's like, "I know your voice, but I don't know where from." And then we talked. And, oh, okay, cool. So that was fun.
It's so random. I don't know where I know you from.
Yeah,
Don't know.
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
Kyle.
I don't have any shout outs this week. No.
Kyle hates everyone this week.
Yes.
I don't hate everyone, but I don't have a shout out either. Okay, so join us on our Discord server. Watch us on Facebook, YouTube, and Player.
Yeah.
Join the CCFR. Very, very important. And even more important,
Go donate.
donate, yes. And see you next week.
Later.
Bye.
Night.
Why?
Bye.